If you're a landlord looking to simplify your life, to fill vacancies faster, and to become much more profitable, Innago or TurboTenant might seem like your obvious choice between the two, but choosing the wrong one could cost you time, money, and good tenants. After thoroughly testing both platforms for months, I uncovered features that can fill vacancies incredibly fast, and some surprising limitations that could hold your business back. So, which one is the true property management winner? Let's find out. Alright, let's get straight to the heart of this debate of Innago versus TurboTenant. The truth is, they're built for different kinds of landlords. And it's not just about the features, it's about your entire approach to property management and how they create their platform to suit it. TurboTenant is like a full-time marketing agent. It's built for growth and for speed. The core of the platform is its powerful tenant acquisition tools, so it automatically pushes your listings to dozens of rental sites for you, giving you maximum exposure to find tenants really quickly. It's designed for landlords who want to minimize vacancy times and get a flood of applications. But don't just take my word for it. When I dug into what other landlords are saying about this rental management software, one TurboTenant user shared what he'd been using for years, and it's TurboTenant, and he was thrilled with using it. He said that the results are usually amazing, and he gets a few leads from different sites that TurboTenant publishes to, because it sends to a lot of different sites at once. What really stood out was how he found it easy to use with virtually no problems and only solutions. He specifically thanked them for the very important service they provide. Alright, another landlord also echoed this, saying that TurboTenant was very helpful in advertising her property. She highlighted that she was able to screen and find a tenant in like 2 months. Yeah, this kind of matches my experience. TurboTenant feels like it's actively working to fill your vacancies, and tenants were filled in pretty quickly. Innago, on the other hand, is more built for increased simplicity and daily management. Its strength is in creating a smooth, straightforward experience for you and your tenants. The focus is on making rent collection, maintenance requests, and communication between your tenants and you and your workers to be as easy as possible. It's fantastic for landlords who want a calm, no-stress system. But I started digging into the Innago users' feedback, and I came across this Innago review where one landlord said that Innago makes managing rental properties really easy, and that the best part is that it's free. He loved that the setup is guided, customer support is outstanding, and that the app made tracking tenants, income, expenses, and even maintenance requests a breeze to him. So this highlights the core bias in the Innago versus TurboTenant decision. TurboTenant gives you an edge in finding tenants, while Innago property management more excels at managing them once they're in place, but it's also free to start. I even found this Reddit thread where a landlord managing a two-family home asked for a simple platform for rent and expenses management. He wanted something super simple. Another landlord immediately replied to that and suggested either apartments.com or TurboTenant. Then there's this landlord who affirmed this, saying that he ran into the same problem with a duplex and he wanted to know, and TurboTenant was the only thing simple enough to handle payments and screening without turning into a mess of spreadsheets and getting overly complex for him. So, if your biggest headache is finding qualified tenants quickly, TurboTenant is basically designed for you. It's got everything you need right there. Its marketing automation and wide distribution make it ideal for reducing vacancy periods and keeping your units filled. Innago property management software fits better for landlords who have stable tenants and want to streamline day-to-day operations without a complex system. Alright, now that we see the core differences, let's look at what you're actually subscribing to. The features aren't just this list of checkboxes you go through, they define your entire workflow as a landlord, so the features and how they work really is important. Let's start with TurboTenant. If you're a landlord who believes that a full vacancy is a money pit, this platform feels built for you. The standout feature here is its marketing engine. So adding your first property is incredibly simple, and then once you do, TurboTenant syndicates your listing across a massive network of rental websites. This isn't just posting to a single website, it is a broad net cast across the internet to get you leads. But the automation doesn't just stop there. The access management feature lets you add other users too, like an assistant or a co-owner to help manage your account. So this is huge for collaboration and slight growth from there, right? Then there's the lease creation tool. The TurboTenant lease guide basically walks you through creating a legally sound lease profile and adding tenants and then sending it for e-signatures. It turns this days-long process into just minutes. For rent collection, TurboTenant provides a secure system for tenants to pay online. But the real gem is the tenant's portal. This gives your tenants a hub to pay rent, see their history, submit maintenance requests, and message you, all organized and in one place, which drastically cuts down on getting these random texts and emails. And to keep all of your documents organized, the Documents tab for each property is really useful, so you can upload all your leases, your applications, and your invoices all in that one secure place. So no more frantic searches through your email or random files on your computer. And perhaps the most powerful feature for the growing landlord is the Landlord toolbox. This brings together a bunch of trusted partners so you can report overdue rent to credit bureaus with Front Lobby, you can get landlord insurance from Steadily, and even access repair services with Armadillo. It's not just software, it's an entire ecosystem for your rental business that connects to multiple other businesses. One landlord I came across in my research drove home the practical benefit of TurboTenant's all-in-one approach. He emphasized that TurboTenant is the perfect solution for first-time landlords. He explained that the account is really simple to set up for both the landlord and the tenant, and that it streamlines the transaction of money from tenant to business owner, basically just allowing everything to be hands-off. You can contact them hands-off, you can send maintenance hands-off. He also noted that the platform is organized, is easy to navigate, and he praised the mobile app. He concluded by stating that he'd been using it for 6 months and loved it so far. Alright, now let's look at Innago's features. This platform is a management paradise, and its crown jewel is that it's entirely free for landlords. So its online rent payments promise to get your money faster with automated billing and recurring invoices. The online lease signing is designed to accelerate your leasing velocity, letting you sign tenants from anywhere, basically. And tenant screening is a straightforward, really simple process. It offers credit, criminal, and even eviction history reports. A feature that I thought was really useful is the tenant credit reporting, and this allows your tenants to report their on-time rent payments to the 3 major credit bureaus, so they can actually improve their credit with that, which is a huge perk that you can offer to attract responsible tenants. They've also released this new chat feature for directly messaging your tenants, including group messaging and red receipts, so you can actually text them basically through the portal. And you can also require and verify renters' insurance policies right through the app. Everything is all in one place. One reviewer perfectly captured the Innago experience, saying that his experience with Innago has been great, praising its easy navigation for managing any number of properties. He highlighted how it streamlines rent collection, maintenance, and communication, saving him time, and that he found customer service to be excellent, responsive, and helpful with quick solutions. Overall, he highly recommended it as a simple, organized, and user-friendly system. So for a landlord who wants a free, simple, and effective management tool without all the bells and whistles of maybe a massive marketing suite, Innago is a solid choice. But if your goal is perhaps aggressive growth and minimizing vacancies and having those connections to other businesses, TurboTenant's feature set is perhaps more powerful and proactive. But of course, neither of these platforms are going to be perfect to everyone, right? So to make the best choice in the TurboTenant versus Innago decision, you need to be aware of the downsides. I've used both of them, and I've seen the feedback as well, so let's talk about the trade-offs. For TurboTenant, one user complained that the payment process had failed for them, and they found that the app-only payment method is too limiting. So in my testing, I used the payment system extensively, and I didn't encounter any failures myself. It is important to remember that payment processing relies on third-party banks and can occasionally have hiccups regardless of the platform. But the convenience of having a dedicated, secure portal for payments, I think far outweighs a rare and likely bank-related glitch. I just thought I would mention this because to this reviewer it did happen. But it seems more like an isolated issue rather than a systemic flaw. Now, with Innago, a user reported that while support had called back, payment processing was delayed for them, saying 1 week to process payments is not very good. So this touches on a key difference. Innago's free model for landlords can be great, but maybe if sometimes these free platforms have, slower processing times or maybe different priorities than the premium services, so you might not get as fast a service or as quick cash withdrawal or, for a landlord that actually needs these swift movements, it is something to consider if something takes a week. I didn't see many people corroborating with that, so it might be more rare, but make sure that your account actually connects well and that payments transfer quickly. It's just it could just be part of the trade-off that you make for a no-cost tool if it takes like a couple extra days. It is free. It does have a lot of great features. It's just something I thought I'd mention as well. Now, when it comes to pricing for Innago and TurboTenant, both platforms offer really compelling but different value propositions, right? So they both operate on free models. So TurboTenant operates on a free and a premium model, and for the powerful marketing automation, the robust tenant screening, and the entire partner ecosystem that you get, I think that premium price even is justified for the landlords who see vacancies as their biggest enemy. The return on investment from filling a property just 1 week faster can easily cover the cost. That's like a couple $100 if you divide it by the month, right? Innago, on the other hand, has a very compelling offer as well, because it's free. It's just completely free for landlords. This is fantastic for just starting out or with a very small portfolio, maybe, and people who want to test the waters of property management softwares without any financial commitments to them. So if you want to check either of them out, make sure to check the links in the description for the latest pricing and any promotional deals for both Innago and TurboTenant. I'll try to keep them updated so you don't miss out on any discounts or trial offers. So, after months of testing, where does the Innago versus TurboTenant battle leave us? If your primary goal is to find high-quality tenants faster and to slash your vacancy times using powerful marketing tools, then I think TurboTenant is the clear winner. But if you primarily need a simple, free tool just to start for day-to-day management with existing tenants and you need those extra tools, then Innago is also a fantastic choice. So to get started with either of these platforms and to check for any of the current offers, make sure to use those links in the description below.